Hi everyone, it's Wismir, and welcome to the first episode of Titanic VR. Titanic VR is a game that, as in name, it was designed for Oculus Rift, well, for the VR experience. However, since I don't have Oculus and not all of us has it, I decided to play it in the mode that is, it's not a mode, it's just a version of the game which is available without VR goggles. It features a few things. First of all, it has the full-on campaign. When you're one of the diving teams that explore the shipwreck, you learn the histories behind the wreck and all that stuff. I don't know that much about the campaign because I was trying not to spoil it for myself. But what I know is something I tried actually when testing the game. You get the sandbox where you can explore bow and the stern using the submersible, all the features in the game, just without any commentary, without any limits, no time limit, no nothing. You get the experience where you get a wreck tour, where you're in a submersible, and you have a commentary about the ship, the wreck, what happened on which section, and all that. You also get the April 15th, 1912. That is when you're one of the passengers that boarded the lifeboat, and you get to witness few situations that happened on the ship involving other passengers when, for example, the family's been split. But we'll get to that in the other episode when I'll dedicate the whole thing just showing you guys. Without too much waiting, let's jump into the new game and we'll see how it goes. On the 10th of April 1912, Titanic set sail from Southampton, UK, on her maiden voyage to New York, USA. She was carrying 2,200... that was too fast. Let me just... That's very readable. I should slow it down a little bit. This photograph was taken as she left Queenstown, Ireland. Her stop before New York. The shipwreck lay undisturbed at the bottom of the ocean until its discovery in 1985. Now we have the company. Presents Titanic VR. Okay. Oh, we're doing something. Oh, and we get the submersible. We'll see how it... Wait, there is something. Yep, we can hear the radio.
Loud and clear, Dr. Lynch. You should be nearly at the sea floor. Telemetry looks good. Say 100 meters?
Sounds about right.
Good. Excited?
Yeah, I've seen all the footage, but I mean, it's different to be so close to her.
Ever done anything like this before?
Yeah, Bismarck as a grad student, and
Bismarck.
Titania on vacation a couple of years back.
Hell of a resume.
That is a hell of a resume.
Alright, I've reached the seabed. Can't see much.
You're still a couple of 100 meters out, and back to manual control. Shall we run an equipment test?
We'll pick as a no, because since I done it in the exploration mode or sandbox.
That's alright. I'm good.
Okay, you'd better place a marker before we head too far. Interact with the button next to the map to place one.
Okay.
Marker's been placed.
You can head towards the bow. So, I had a call from our main sponsor.
Problem?
No, all fine. Just voicing her excitement about us finally diving. Said she's looking forward to seeing what we can do. I've set up a call for 8 p.m. this evening.
For $45,000 a day, let's just hope we find something.
Never mind the money. My doctorate is riding on this.
I love the level of details for it. There's a mode that you can switch to free cam on the goggles outside the boat. Fishes! Oh, well, there's actually one making a shadow.
I should get my lights ready now that I'm getting close to the bow.
You can control the movement of the sub's lights by using the directional keys on your keyboard. To turn the spotlights on and off, interact with the button in front of the lever.
Oh, actually I have more light now. Okay. I want more. Perfect. Reach the forecastle. Let's switch back to
Whoa.
camera.
There's something you don't see every day.
She's a beauty.
Interesting fact, the Titanic's bow is deeply dug into the seabed. What we see over here is smaller portion of the bow.
Okay, first things first. We've got a contract with the Titanic Society to place their commemorative plaque on the forecastle deck. Get yourself into position.
Alright.
Gammon. So that's like a 1/3 of the ship from top, from here to the bottom of the actual ship, because the mud is very soft in here. The rest of the wreck, the rest of the bow of the wreck actually, goes highly above.
Coming up to
However,
it now.
since the bow was
You'll
going,
need the Predator for this task.
Ah, the ROV.
Yep, courtesy of Flight Avionics and the latest in augmented reality technology. If you look up, you'll find a set of VR goggles and a control panel. To deploy the ROV, look at the VR goggles with your mouse and then left-click to use.
okay, let's go back
The
to the
controls to maneuver the Predator are the same as the submersible. Make your way over to the plaques already laying on the deck, and remember that the range is only up to 15 meters. The advantage of driving without an umbilical.
Is there any way to boost the signal?
Yeah, but we need to upgrade the deep-sea transmitter, and they don't come cheap. The generosity of our sponsors and UNS funding only goes so far. If we complete these contract jobs, we might just be able to afford some upgrades.
What happens if I go out of range?
The automatic recall kicks in. ROV comes straight back to the sub.
I'm here.
Great. The plaque we're placing is in the Predator's inventory. You can access it through the menu.
Alright,
How do I open the menu?
that's actually
You
something
can
I
open
don't
the
know.
menu by pressing and releasing the info button. While in the menu, you can check your map and mission log and access the inventory. To interact with items in the inventory, use the laser pointer to highlight the item and left-click to select.
Okay, I'll place the
Perfect.
plaque down on top of the flashing beacon. I'll take a photograph with the onboard camera for the society.
Oh, I have a
Great
camera.
idea. They'll appreciate that. You can access the camera through the ROV inventory. Open up the menu again and select the camera icon from the inventory screen.
Done. I'll head back to Sedna.
Oh
No
yeah.
need. Just press the escape key. This is the return button.
Oh, I don't have to. Oh, each time when I was exploring in the sandbox, I was like manually going and inserting the ROV into the submersible. Okay, let's press the escape.
Now you're back in the sub. Recall the ROV by pressing the button next to the ROV goggles. It's above you on the right.
Where to now?
Actually quite obvious.
Hull breach on E deck. I'll mark it on your map.
We're heading for his cabin, right?
That's right. Eyewitness testimony said Henderson kept a journal. It should tell us more about his activities on the final night.
I presume I'm looking for some kind of trunk.
Henderson had a briefcase listed on the manifest. With any luck, it's still in his room.
The level of details is astonishing. For those that don't know, so probably most of my viewers, I'm a huge Titanic geek. The whole history behind the wreck, the
Dr.
ship.
Lynch,
Yeah?
why are we doing this?
Because
$45,000 a day at sea.
No, I know, but that just about covers the costs of the expedition. I meant, like, why are we taking this job in particular?
Well, put it this way. Why do you think she hired us?
Because we're academics?
Yes, but more specifically, we respect the history. It would have been cheaper for our sponsor to just hire a salvage team.
And why'd you agree to take it?
Funding like this comes once in a blue moon, and I wanted to see her up close.
yeah, that's actually the dream I had since my early childhood, because I was when I received the first VHS about Titanic, it was actually a document. I haven't seen the movie, the James Cameron movie, for a long time. Only later on, after watching tons and tons of documents since my early childhood, then I decided to see the movie. I actually don't know why I haven't watched it before. and that was like a huge passion, and it was always like my silent dream to actually see the wreck up close one day. Okay, that's a picture after the ship landed. Let's name it. Actually put us... Okay, that's our objective. Perfect, it's 5 meters from here. Okay, that'll be it. This was actually when the bow landed and the pressure ripped the hull from probably either the water that was still inside the hull or even the air that was still inside, trapped somewhere in the air pockets. Okay, let's deploy the ROV.
This breach is from the impact with the ocean floor. Anything in here is going to be messy.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
So I actually wasn't
It's
wrong.
towards the top of the breach. Look for the flashing beacon. I really
see
hope
it.
his briefcase is there.
So we're looking for a briefcase. Oh! The cabin heater. Nice. Since this cabin is actually visible from the wreck, and it was viewed multiple times by many expeditions, so...
I found a briefcase. I just need to pick it up by holding down either the left or the right mouse button to interact. WJH. I think this is it.
Well, that's
there it
lucky.
is, yeah.
Are you going to open it?
No, not
Not-
here.
yeah.
Assuming there's anything intact in there, it'll start degrading as soon as I open the case. I'll have to bring it back to the lab before we can take a peek.
The door is still intact.
Okay, you should put the briefcase in the Predator's storage then. Just open and close the menu again by pressing and releasing the info button. The briefcase will appear in the ROV's inventory as a selectable item, and you'll have your hands free again.
Perfect.
Right. If this is the last task for today, I'll head back to the lab now.
Yep, just return to the submersible and you can head up from there. I can't wait to see what's inside.
Oh, whoa. I'm a rogue, I'm keep exploring. But okay, let's finish up the mission. That's awesome. I really astonished by the level of details. Obviously the graphics is not like AAA title or whatever you want to call it. However, we have to remember that this game was in fact designed for VR goggles. So probably that's one of the reasons why some of the textures are not as good. However, still the details on the wreckage, even how metal bends here, is just amazing. Okay, let's head back to the
Let's
sub.
get you to the surface. Activate the autopilot and get comfortable.
Maybe let's get the ROV first. That would be my suggestion. No, really not. No, really though. So no. Okay, let's
Alright,
press the
I'll see you in
autopilot.
about 2 hours.
Just the surface. A few kilometers deep in the Atlantic Ocean. It takes a while to surface and to dive. I actually don't remember the statistics. Oh, what? Ah! Hi, was you the lady I've been talking to? Ah, okay. There's the briefcase.
Whoa, looks to be in good condition.
Oh,
Let's get this cleaned up.
let's get this first.
Bone hair cleaner. I'll need to wash the salt out quickly before it crystallizes and the bone starts to crumble. It's ready for drying in the acetone bath.
Already? That was fast. Boom, in the acetone. To complete, consider... Wait, where is the objective? Okay, never mind. Hello?
Silver
What's
doesn't
that?
look great after being in the ocean. This tobacco tin is covered
Tobacco
in silver
tin?
sulfide. I'll have to gently wash this using a soft brush, making sure I don't scratch the surface underneath.
Okay, how do I do that?
It's come up great.
Up. Okay. Wash the tobacco tin. Okay. What now? I guess you just leave it here for now. The briefcase call? Keyboard or B on the gamepad to bring up the controls diagram at any time. Ah, I don't need that. What is
This
that?
journal is pretty special. The pages seem to be a fabric paper blend. I think the desalination bath will leach out the salt. Then it can go into the PEG station before freeze drying.
Alright. Kaboo. Freeze dry. Okay. Let's do that. Whoa. Oh yeah. Conserve the journal. Okay, let's now put... What is it? What is that?
These banknotes are
Money.
delicate, and will need a good rinsing in the desalination bath. Then we can treat them in the fungicide to keep them clean, before freeze-drying them.
Freeze-dried the money. Okay. Open the journal, freeze-dry the money. Okay, let's open the journal then. Complete. Oh. Oh! What is that? Did I break something?
Special package. That's interesting.
Cash receipt. Okay. Wait, something is Titanic. Something is upside down. Huh.
Looks like a receipt for a telegraph sent on the night of April 14th.
That's strange. I haven't found any reference to one being sent. I wonder what it said.
We can check with our sponsor when she calls. We could also search the first-class purser's office tomorrow. See if we can find the record book. Passengers placed and paid for their telegraph.
Here's our
is at the
sponsor.
purser's
We can
office.
tell her the
And the
news.
record book will give us confirmation
Hi,
that the
team.
telegraph
How are you
message was
both?
organized.
Hi, Jillian. We're doing great.
We've just finished cleaning the artifacts we found today. We managed to access Henderson's cabin and retrieve his briefcase.
Wonderful.
Inside, we found his journal, a few personal items still in good condition. One interesting item is a receipt for a telegraph sent on the night of the sinking.
Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know William sent a message.
That's what we thought.
It's possible it wasn't sent, and that it's still in either the purser's office or the Marconi room. We're thinking our next dive should be to explore these rooms.
I know teams have searched the Marconi room before, but I didn't think the purser's office was accessible.
Yeah, up till now it's been off limits due to the size of ROVs, but ours is small enough to access it. We're hoping we might find the purser's record book, with the message listed.
As for the Marconi room, other dives have shown most of the furniture is deteriorated, but the telegraph canisters might have survived.
Sounds plausible. Let me know if you find anything. I'd love to see the message he sent. I've only the letters from Southampton.
I noticed something odd in his journal. On the 14th
What?
he mentions carrying some special package, but I'm sure he didn't have anything reported in the manifest. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Well, in his last letter, he wrote about returning home with a present for my great-grandmother. I'll do a bit of research on my end. I can check over the manifest again to see if we missed anything.
Great, we'll let you know if we find anything tomorrow. I'm sending over photos of the items we found today.
Thanks, I
All right.
really appreciate the regular updates. It's making writing much easier. We'll talk again soon.
Well, shall we call it a day?
Not quite. Jillian was kind enough to order in a stronger transmitter for our ROV. We'll need to fit it before the dive tomorrow. Otherwise, we
small.
won't be able to reach the purser's office.
I need to replace the transmitter in the
It's
ROV.
waiting for you
the
over
one on
there.
the table next to it. Thanks.
Thanks for interrupting me as well. I'm the character what's my name actually? Ethan? Nathan? I think Ethan. Goob. Interact, left click, okay. Oh, okay, that was easy. What? Now? How do I do that?
I need to replace the transmitter in the ROV, the one on the table next to it.
I just
I
did
need to
it.
lift the black hood to place the transmitter. Then
I
lift the
just
bar
did it.
up, put the sample container in the storage compartment.
Oh, okay, close it. Okay, let's left click, boom. I'm one step ahead of you, Ethan.
She's all ready to go for tomorrow.
Perfect.
Cool. I'll see you in the morning then.
Alright, first mission completed.
Radio check, Wilson.
Radio check.
Coming in nice and clear, Dr. Lynch.
Great. First up is the purser's office on C deck, correct?
Correct. To access it, you'll need to head down through the hole where the forward grand staircase was. I'll mark it on your map.
Alright.
The sea deck is
have to
pretty
head for
compressed
the
from what I've
grand
heard.
staircase.
Yeah, the
Amazing.
impact with the sea floor bent most of the supporting pillars, so they're struggling with the weight of the floors above.
With the rate of decay increasing, it won't be long before it all collapses. I'm glad we've had a chance to come down here and see it for ourselves, before all this becomes inaccessible.
Yeah, that's true. The Titanic is decaying faster than actually they predicted originally. And in just over, I don't know, maybe 10, 20 years, and we will see no more wreck of Titanic.
And she was sinking fast then. And all of a sudden she lifted up quickly, and you could hear everything crashing through her. Everything that was movable was going through her. And then she went down and seemed to come up again. So I thought, well, now I'm going to leave. And I was hanging on to a board. We had 2 boards, starboard and port, which said, keep clear of propeller blades. And I was hanging on to one of these, and I was getting higher and higher in the air. And I thought, well, now I'll go. And I dropped in. I had a lifebelt on. And I hit the water with a terrific crack. Luckily, I didn't hit anything when I dropped in. There were bodies all over the place. And then I looked up at the Titanic. So the propellers were right out of water. The rudder was right out. And I could see the bottom. And then gradually she glided away. And that was that. That was the last of the Titanic. I didn't want to die. I mean, I didn't see much chance of living. But I was gradually getting frozen up. And by the grace of God, I came across a lifeboat, and they pulled me in.
I did not know they're gonna play the stories of the survivors, and that was the actual voice of the actual survivors. Since I've been listening to a lot of those, they've been recorded in the past. Since last Titanic survivor passed away in 2013, I believe. So those been recordings from years past, back when they've been interviewed. Alright, let's head back to the bow. However, we're all out of time for this episode. I'll be releasing another one, short one after. I hope you enjoyed this one. This one was most likely the introduction, since just the beginning of the game, so I guess it was kind of like a tutorial I was going to be doing. Hard to say, actually. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe for more, and that helps out a bunch. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.